Oh, there we are. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. We're so excited to have you again tonight. My name is Nicholas Vaselli. I am the artistic director of Theater Breaking Through Barriers and coming to you once again, live as ever from high atop the glorious Thunderdome and here in beautiful and really blustery today, Midtown Manhattan. It suddenly got cold again, but the day's a little longer. I hope you all have successfully sprung forward. If you're well, obviously, if you're here, you did, so that's a good thing. I want to welcome all of you to our Theater Breaking Through Barriers fourth virtual Playmakers Intensive, or VPI 4 Transformissions. Check out the lightning bolts. Isn't that cool? We're so happy to have you. I have to tell you, we started on Friday. Friday was sort of our big splash opening night. Yesterday, Spooky Saturday. Tonight is Sunday. Sunday is fun day, okay? And I have got the perfect offering for you tonight, and I'm just so excited about it. I have to sort of apologize up front because the pandemic brought us new neighbors next door, and I haven't really had a chance to meet them yet, but I know he likes to have parties on Sunday night, and I don't know where all the people are coming from, but and you just missed them sing a chorus of the Cranberries, Linger. It was lovely. Perhaps if you listen carefully, we might hear some Bare Naked Ladies or something, and they're my favorite, so I hope that you have a chance to really listen in if you're bored by me. Anyway, we have this really incredible play for you tonight. I can't tell you, I'm so excited about it. The play was written by Cate Allen, and this is the first time Kate's working with us. Now, we've worked with her daughter, Kira, who is amazing, but now you will know where Kira gets her talent. Kate wrote this really brilliant play called MENded. Last night, we had an all-female cast. Tonight is an all-male cast. This play is brilliantly directed by Richard Rose. Again, long time, you've seen him many times, very dear friend. And we have this stellar cast. We have Enrique Huili, Fred Backus, and Keith Murfee-DeConcini. So, without any further ado, I'm going to hand you over to our brilliant and dazzling audio describer tonight, who also happens to be my wife, Anne-Marie Morelli.
Hi, again, welcome to TBTB's VPI 4 Transformissions. I need to remind you that our stage is your computer screen. Characters will appear in separate Zoom windows on screen. Currently, the stage is dark, and audio descriptions will be inserted as needed. Tonight's play, MENded, written by Cate Allen, was directed by Richard Rose and features Fred Backus as Luke, 30s, sandy brown hair, blue eyes, facial hair, dressed in a gray t-shirt with a black hoodie over it. Keith Murfee-DeConcini as Vic, 30s, sandy brown, short hair, blue eyes, wearing eyeglasses and a dark gray t-shirt. And Enrique Huili, 30s. He plays Brandon. He has dark brown hair and eyes and is wearing a black hoodie. Our men are all meeting on Zoom from their homes. They're here to discuss the intricacies of fantasy football. At Rise, a Zoom screen with two participants, Jeff and Vic, both in their homes.
I'll explain it to you again. You want me to explain it to you again?
Sure, but I probably still won't understand. It sounds...
It's simple!
So complicated. It sounds like a lot of math.
It isn't math, bro. It's algorithms.
Yeah, okay. That's math. That much I know.
Where's Brandon? Did he say he was going to be late?
Don't know. Didn't hear from him.
Anyway, I'm telling you, it's fun, bro. This is fun. But listen to me so you can follow.
Okay. Tell me how it works again. I'll pay attention.
So it starts with a league.
Where did the league come from?
You and a bunch of guys who created, the guys you're in the league with, all the teams you've created are in the league. Then you choose a commissioner.
Where did the commissioner come from?
The commissioner doesn't come from anywhere, bro. You agree on who you want, he agrees to it, and he's the commissioner.
Right, I think you said that.
So you can have a head-to-head league or a dynasty league or a total points league. We can go through that later. It does get a little kind of in the weeds at first. But once you choose the path you want to go down, you're set. You're good. So, you're your team's owner.
I am?
Bro, these are simple concepts. Every year, as owner, there's a draft where you draft players for your team. The draft is very important, and at the same time, you're going to go up against these other owners in your league, and some of them will want the same players as you or backups as you. This is just a general overview. We'll go into the details later. Fast forward to where your team, your roster, it's all set. You have your starting lineup.
Got it.
Do you?
Yeah, just like real football.
Yeah, now you're getting it. It's exactly like real football, only you control everything, which is a beautiful thing.
But fake.
Not fake, fantasy. You have a question.
Yes. Why do you do this?
I told you, it's fun. It's like bonding, something for the guys, us guys to do together. It's very male, a very male thing for guys, you know, to do, to connect and not feel vulnerable. I mean, uncomfortable about it. That?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not sure Brianna would be happy if I'd started doing this.
Brianna, you're worried? Oh, okay.
She is my wife.
Yeah, but
after all.
that's the point. This wouldn't be her thing. This would be your thing just for you.
That would take time away from us.
You're in lockdown. How much more time together do you need?
What can I tell you? We like each other a lot. Also, there's so much now.
They're algorithms.
A third Zoom window opens, revealing Brandon in his home. He's initially facing profile.
Brandon, will you please explain fantasy football to your boy here?
Sure. So you want to start with the
Holy
league, right?
shit, dude. What happened? Your face is all fucked up.
Brandon has turned to face the camera to reveal a black eye and a messy cut on his forehead.
Yeah, I had a run-in. It's nothing, basically. Then you vote on the commissioner. But
Yo,
here's
wait,
where
we'll
it gets
come back. Run in with who? What, bro?
It was, wow, a little crazy. I went out to the store before, and when I was walking, I was
You're
like...
bleeding. Your head is bleeding.
It is?
Brandon touches the cut on his head and looks at the blood on his hand.
Wow.
What the fuck happened, bro?
Yeah, so I was coming back, just walking down the street, and bam! I was hit. Someone hit me.
In the face?
Yeah, man, in the fucking eye, man. Pretty solid hit.
I
We
can
can
see.
see.
So, like, I staggered back a little because I was, like, in shock. And I think I fell. But I thought I fell backwards. So that's a little strange because the cut.
It's on the front of your head. Yeah, we can see. So who was it? Who hit you?
Oh, another weird thing. It was this really compact, this little old lady.
What
Seriously?
the fuck?
An old lady hit you. Gave you a black eye.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was walking and all I see is this fist coming at me. It was so fast I didn't have time to react or move. Just boom! Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, why?
She said, you were in my way.
Seriously.
That's what she said, yeah. I think I may have lost consciousness briefly. I remember being on my back and my eyes kind of slowly opening and thinking, oh, look, sky.
Think you need a doctor, man.
No, I'm fine. Worse than it looks, probably. And like, I don't think she meant it.
Sorry, man. It sounds like she absolutely meant it.
What did you say to her after she said, you were in my way?
I think I said, sorry. Yeah, I said, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Yep, that's what I said.
That's fucked up, bro.
Way fucked up.
I probably was in her way.
Man, you seem out of it. You need to have that looked at.
Nah, I'm fine.
I'm with Vic. You're not sounding normal. You should go get yourself checked out.
Nah.
A little old lady?
Yeah, tiny, but powerful. So bros, fantasy football, let's go.
You apologize to her.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. After it happened, there was all this space. I felt responsible, I guess.
For what? Your face getting in the way of an old woman's tiny little fist?
I don't think it was that small. That's a huge black eye. Were you running? Did you run into her hand? Was she holding something like a brick?
A brick?
Yeah, there are bricks everywhere. You just gotta look.
No, like I said, I was just walking. It was all fist. That I'm sure of.
Was she wearing a ring? Could be where that cut is from. Like she punched you in the eye with the ring then. Like dragged it straight up your head. Like this.
Vic enacts on himself how he envisions this may have gone.
That looks a little planned. This felt more spontaneous.
Okay, can we just say that this is fucked up? Okay? Fucked up, bro. Bro, go get something for your head.
Okay.
Brandon goes and gets a towel, placing it on the cut on his head.
Ow. Sharp. Wow. Look at all the blood. That's a lot of blood.
He holds the towel up to the computer screen.
Well, dude, come on. You know I'm squeamish.
I can't believe an old lady just fucking laid you out, bro.
Okay, this isn't funny. This moment, this is the kind of moment. It means something. It has meaning. It means it's a sign that things are getting out of hand.
What things?
Was she nuts or something, like homeless or something?
I don't think so. She was wearing a watch.
Was it a night's watch?
Nice enough.
You guys, this is what I was talking about, man. This is it. Right here among us, this is it.
It's what?
Jeff, don't, bro. He's injured.
What are you talking about? Don't what?
He has this whole theory about how women are taking over everything, and we don't realize the actual and literal threat that they've become to men because we're too busy being nice. Blah, blah, blah.
Being forced to be nice, and it's true. This is proof. This is the thing I was talking about. The encroachment.
What encroachment?
Of women. I'm telling you, when a random old lady feels she has the right to just come up to a stud like you, a strong guy like you, and bam, there's something wrong.
It is kind of funny. I mean, I'm sorry you're hurt and all.
It stopped bleeding. I think so, right?
Oh, come
Pulls the
on.
bloody towel to the camera again.
Squeamish. It's happening now, guys. Where women think they can attack us in one way or another. I know they're spending the lockdown, stripping us of our power, plotting to make us irrelevant, and this is part of it. This is part of that.
You're fucking crazy paranoid.
Maybe, but paranoid doesn't necessarily mean you're wrong, bro.
Man, that divorce really messed you up. I'm so sorry. I had no idea.
It didn't. And don't apologize.
Yeah, okay, so you're saying that they, women, are secretly creating a contingent of highly trained elderly women to take us down.
That's funny.
It's not. It could be true, because who would expect that? Even notice them, an army of jacked old women.
That's a fair point. I mean, who even sees older women? They're practically invisible. No one ever feels threatened by them.
They're like ninjas.
Exactly.
Nah, bro, you're embarrassing yourself as usual.
You have to take this seriously, bro, because you know what? This little thing that happened today isn't just about you. In fact, it's not about you at all. That black eye, that disgusting cut on your forehead, it's about all of us. An attack on all of us, bro. Bro! Bro, it's humiliating!
I feel uncomfortable. Can we talk about something else?
Sometimes I like my first food of the day to be vegetables. What? It just feels healthier.
Neither of you are getting the real-time implications of this. It's open season on men, bro, literally. It has been for a while. They feel free to attack us, and we apologize to them.
Brandon addressing someone unseen.
That one. Yeah, just okay.
Back to the call.
You don't believe that, man.
Dude,
Is someone there?
What?
it's someone in your apartment, dude. Didn't your roommate move back home?
Yeah, he did. I really think this stopped bleeding.
Man, dude, bro, who the fuck is in your apartment?
It doesn't matter. A guest.
Oh, and what's the guest's name?
Just like, tell us. It's okay. Really.
It's her.
Who, bro? Who is it? Who's the her?
The lady who hit me. Her name is Edith.
Oh, you
Shut your
shitty
goddamn
nut!
mouth!
You. Dude, are you safe?
Yeah, I invited her back here. It's fine.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
I'm with Jeff on this one, bro. That's legit insane.
During a pandemic, you invited a total stranger who may be homeless.
I don't think she is. The watch.
Someone who assaulted you on the street back to your apartment during a pandemic.
Yeah, I guess I did. It's a little fuzzy, honestly.
Do you need our help?
Why are you doing this?
Jeff, we can send the cops over there.
No, it's fine. She's not a bad person. She gave me the towel.
Your towel!
It's still thoughtful.
What is she doing now?
Making toast, I think?
Brandon off.
Yeah, it's toast.
You're right, Vic. We should send the cops there.
Nah, bro. She's just a nice older woman. Practically speaking, she should have a lot more to fear from me. I mean, she had to stand on a chair to reach a plate.
How did she reach your eye?
You know what? I don't have a good answer to that.
Is she wearing a ring?
Brandon looks.
I can't really. Maybe?
When is she leaving?
What's that?
When is the potentially homeless woman
What?
who gave you a black eye
and some sort of nasty scratch.
It stopped bleeding
Supposed to leave your apartment.
after her nap. I think.
She's taking a nap in your apartment. Bro!
I'm with Jeff, bro.
You know, I'm feeling a little judged.
Brandon, if you're not gonna stand up for yourself in your own home, you're useless. You have to protect the homestead. Fight for your territory. This is your territory. It's sacred. No encroachers. It's an extension of you. No encroachers.
I do not appreciate being called useless. And if you're saying I have to follow some outmoded archetype of masculinity, relying on oppressive conventions that had never, ever functioned beneficially in the past for any population, which have been actively harmful in the part of the, just to be part of the tribe, whatever you're calling that. Well, I just can't help you there.
Bro, where's this shit coming from?
He's right, bro. The divorce messed you up pretty bad. You gotta look at that.
No. Jeez, I'm just tired, guys. Really tired. I mean, this whole thing, it's like you feel attacked on all sides. And then you realize it's just you attacking yourself. It's a lot.
Jeff wipes away a tear.
And I miss my wife.
Have you talked to her?
Jeff waves his hand dismissively.
So, how did the draft work?
Yeah, you want to take this, bro?
Sure. Yeah, so first your league has to decide if they want salary caps or free market. Then you agree on what kind of a draft, say a serpentine or an auction draft, or you can do a hybrid, but in my opinion, it's a balance between keeping it simple and the actual spirit of the...
Brandon and Vic listen, enraptured as Jeff continues his explanation. End of play.
Oh, bro, I'm telling you. That was brilliant. Come on back, you guys. Oh my god, that. Keith Murfee-DeConcini. Oh my god, Fred Backus, Enrique Huili. Come on, where's our writer? Where's our director? I know they're here. Come on in, you guys. There you go, Richard Rose, and there's Cate Allen. Everybody. Oh my goodness. What a great play! You guys were brilliant. I mean, what always amazes me about this whole process that we're doing right now is the fact that this is also random, right? We randomly pair people together. It's not like Cate came in and said, "I have a play that I need 3 guys for." No, it's done sort of backwards, right? She comes in and we draw names out of a hat, and she gets whoever she gets, and she has to write a play for the people that are in the room, right? But the ability to connect and to create in like 2 weeks a piece that everybody's linked in, and there's like definite chemistry on this whole thing. It's just amazing. Thank you guys so much. All right, I don't want to take up a whole lot of time because we have another show, and I know that it's asking a lot to sort of say, okay, finish one, do another. But so I'll try to be as quick as possible. I'm going to start with you, Cate. I have to. First of all, you are such an amazing writer. When I first read this play, I was on the floor. I thought it was hilarious. I was already. I just thought the way it was written, it was so beautiful. But then when I see these guys doing it, it's just brilliant.
Amazing, yeah, amazing.
Yeah. All right, so how did you come up with this idea? Like, tell me. Aside from the fact you had three men to work with.
Yeah, well, that was the starting point, and it just kind of dawned on me as I was meeting with them for the first time that I've never written anything with just men. I've written things with just women. I've written, obviously, mixed gender, but this is the first time. So I said, well, I'm going to write the most male thing I can think of, and then started talking to them about, their stories that were kind of, parts that they would like to, with Enrique and Keith and Fred and their backgrounds. And I just got a sense of each of them. And then I thought fantasy football would be funny just because people get so into it and so wrapped up with it. Keith wanted a comedy.
Yep.
And this is Enrique's story about actually a little old lady came up to him on the street one day and punched him and just said, "You were in my way." So I took all those elements and said, well, why wouldn't I just write about that? I had 4 days, so I'm not going to do better than that.
That happened to you, man? That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
All right, I'm sure everyone can sort of see. Look at that face. I mean, he's got this little boy, this innocence to him, Like, what would make someone, like, say, who would want to come and punch that? Come on. That is
Yeah,
crazy.
The rest of it.
It's a
As far as
conspiracy.
as far as I know, she didn't invite him. I mean, he didn't invite her back to his apartment.
No.
But,
No way. That
Good
did
to
not.
clarify
That
that.
part did not happen. No. But I did ask her if she was okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So she hits you and you said, are you okay? Well, that's lovely.
Yeah,
That's,
he did do that. Yeah, that he did.
That was very, very nice of you. But wow.
Well, yeah.
And I don't. I mean, listen. I've known Fred for a number of years, and I've known Keith now for what maybe over a year and a half now, and we 2 years. It's been 2 years. And Brandon, we actually we've never seen each other in person. This is one of these things where we're doing these, and so I can't wait till when we can all see each other, because I think I already know you, so that's really cool. But I don't, and please tell me I'm wrong, you guys. I don't know. I think the whole fantasy football thing is something that these guys are just not. Are you like fantasy football fans? Do you do fantasy
Yeah,
football?
they couldn't help me at all. I'm like, is this ring true? Like, we have no idea.
No.
None
I
of
like
not even
football,
me. I
but-
couldn't even. I had to look up some stuff. What is serpentine? I had no idea what you're talking about.
You nailed it. You nailed it. You totally nailed it. And I just love the whole bro thing. It becomes so funny. The play kind of reminded me of, believe it or not, The Odd Couple, and the whole dynamic between the guys that are playing poker. Like you've got Murray, Speed, Vinny, and Roy, right? Like those, and then of course you have Felix and Oscar, and like Fred's character Vic is sort of like the Speed character. He's the one who's just like he wants to play the game, and with all the other arguments. And Keith's character is Vinny, who's like always talking about his wife and all this other stuff. So, I love it. It's just so great, and the dialogue. It's just this play is just so solid. It's really great.
Thank you. These guys really made it sing. Let me tell you.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's fantastic.
Richard just directed it so beautifully, and he really understood it from the jump. And so it was a pleasure. Yeah.
Yeah, he's again. This is such an odd thing. When we used to do the intensives in the beginning, it was a 24-hour thing, and it really was a thing, an exercise more for the writers, I think. But by stretching it out a little longer, we give everybody a chance to do what they do. You know, a director gets a chance to really work with the writer and the actors and help pull things together. And so, Richard, I know you as a director, and I've seen how really wonderful you are. You have this real wonderful warmth about you, and very accepting in terms of being able to take what the actors give you, and yeah, it's really extraordinary. What was this like? Work as, again, a play about guys in fantasy football. What was this like? This is something that's not you. You're Shakespeare. You're like a Shakespeare guy, right?
Yeah, that's right. I'm not I'm not one of the guys, so it's kind of funny. But Nick, we sometimes have that together. You and I have sat down and watched football together, and baseball. We talk baseball. We do stats once in a while together. And way back when I was working up in Maine, my friend Danny is a big football fan and baseball fan, and so it's not me. You're right. I as you know, I really detest that sort of I'm better than you are. I'm more masculine than you are. You know what I mean when I say that? I detest that kind of stuff. But it's fascinating to watch, as you know, and it's fascinating when it unfolds. And I had 3 people here who they just, right from day one, as soon as it came out of their mouths, it was there. Okay, it needed some shape and it needed something, but the 3 of them just bought into it. And after the first or second reading, if you remember, we talked about that, guys, and we all laughed at how we had no idea what we were talking about. We didn't know anything about football, didn't know anything about fantasy football, but the words were there. And Cate, as the writer, she made it just absolutely, completely clear. I mean, I know more about fantasy football right now than I do after talking to my friends who talk about fantasy football. She taught me more about fantasy football than they did. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
You really did. Oh my God, it's so great.
Well, it's really about relationships, obviously. So I think if you convey genuine relationships, then whatever dressing that is around it, you're more inclined to believe. So
yeah.
But I'm glad I fooled everyone. But then, about fantasy football.
Oh, you totally did. I mean, it just was it. Yeah, we were in from go. It's that great. There's always I've had discussions about people in terms of short plays, and I've had a lot of writers say you can't do a short. I mean, you can't really develop characters in 15 or 20 minutes. That's ridiculous.
That's totally wrong. Totally wrong.
Well, yeah, and I remember having a discussion with a few writers because we used to do a full-on short play festival, and it was like, the short play's dead, man. Get rid of the short plays. Do one acts. One acts we can handle. Short plays we can't. And then this pandemic comes along, and suddenly it's like, this medium is perfect for short plays, because if you have to sit for 2 hours and watch a show, I don't know how you get an audience to sit for 2 hours to watch a show.
It's a big ask. Yeah,
on a flat screen, it becomes a little bit weird. I'm not saying, with all due respect to everyone that tries, I think it's wonderful, but this is just wonderful. I love this. This is just great. When I first read the play, I tried to figure out who the characters were going to be, and I could see it all. I knew Fred had to play Jeff, although I don't see you as being like, you're not Jeff. Like, that's not who you are. But you need. I knew your range. I knew you would rise to that level of hysteria, and then that sort of little breakdown you have at the end it takes a lot. It's kind of a draining little piece. Tell me about what this was like, or what it was like to work on this.
It was a joy. I mean, I think the play was totally clear on what it was trying to convey, and obviously that makes it very a lot easier than if you have to figure it all out for yourself. And to have that sort of emotional arc at the end was a real neat challenge, where where the bluster has to dissolve. That was a great fun way to end it, and try to negotiate that was a real neat challenge for me. So I really dug that. Yeah.
Fred, have you been doing a lot of online, like, I guess, virtual theater since this pandemic started?
I have not. I was in a monthly theater soap opera right before the pandemic ended, and we did one final Zoom performance. But right when the pandemic started, and then I haven't done anything really since. So this is my first. This is my return to acting.
Oh my God! Yeah, well, I think you're amazing. I think I've always thought you were amazing, and I want to do more, obviously. But I'm just curious about how you feel, what it was like for you to do this kind of work. I mean, we're theater actors, I know it's a very different. It's not going to be the same at all as being in the room. But how did this feel for you as an actor? Does this feel like acting to you? Does this feel like? I'm just curious what you think.
Oh, sure. And I mean, I love doing weird experimental theater. I love technical. They're technical challenges. I mean, like your movement, it's all backwards and forwards, right? Because you can't go that far to the side. I mean, but unless you could do this, you could do this, and trying to figure out your blocking and how to negotiate, physicality within this square. I thought that was a fascinating challenge that I obviously had never done before, because who did Zoom plays before, and of course you're your own cameraman too, so you got to stay in frame, and just check to make sure you're in frame, but not obviously get too captivated by your own face and forget about everyone else, because that you don't have to worry about in theater. I mean, so those neat challenges that this creates, but of course it's live, and I think it's a lot more akin to theater than film.
Yeah, I agree, and it's sort of something we're sort of, I don't want to say we're making it up as we go along, but we really are, and we're sort of testing and pushing the boundaries and trying all of these new things. I love doing this. I think that this will never substitute live theater. It was never meant to be a substitute, but I think there's definitely room to do this in addition to. There's so many possibilities, and that is exciting. That's one of the bright spots in a very dark year. Yeah. So that's exciting. I want to ask two quick questions and let you guys go, and I'll ask Richard and Cate to stay for a few minutes longer. And I want to talk to you, Enrique, now, because you, I know you're an actor, and I'm so thrilled that we got a chance to see you act in this, because everything that you've done with us so far has been direct writing, and I think you are, again, such an incredible writer, because you have such a unique voice, and what you do and how you present your work. I know you have a lot of influences in the style that you have, but you're sort of creating your own thing in what you do, with sort of influences of this and influences of that. But you tell me what it was like to be on in this role for this play, rather than an operator.
Yeah, I think it was. I've done like a podcast play where I acted on a podcast. So it was all through Zoom, but it was never like recorded or presented live. It was like into an audio file. So that was kind of like my first experience. But this one is like basically like my first like live performance on Zoom with other actors and interacting them and seeing their faces. And one thing I feel really glad and lucky to be able to work on this project specifically is Cate does such a great job with relationships. And it's very clear who they are, but it's not really explained throughout the play. There's not much exposition going on. It's very much like what's now and what's going on. And it kind of felt like we were, it was, because it was meant for Zoom, it felt more like we are in a room in a weird way. I know it's a virtual room, but it felt very much, so it was like, honestly, very easy to connect with these guys and with Cate's words, and everything that she puts in with the kind of pauses were just like so helpful. Like I kind of didn't have to do anything. It kind of reminded me of Annie Baker in a way, of a playwright I really like. And it just felt so smooth and so kind of like, yes, it's a challenge, obviously, but it felt like the work was kind of done for me.
Yeah, it's really extraordinary. I mean, I want to ask you a few more questions about that, Cate, in terms of how you create these characters in such in a short play. But I want to ask, I want to just ask a quick question to Keith, and then I want to let these guys take a bit of a break. Keith, what I sort of mentioned this before we were on camera, that when we met, you really weren't interested to do any acting with us. You were interested in our company and what we do and our mission and all of that. And I think that's so great and important. And thank you for sticking with us. But then when we started doing some acting work, I asked you, do you want to do it? And you were like, yeah, sure. Tell me what this experience, what this work does for you. I mean, now as an actor, not just you do so many other things, but this is.
Well, if I could get through the last play I did, I could do anything. Cate wrote a brilliant play. She nailed me down as a character, just changed my name. And I knew Enrique could write. I wondered if he could act. And he just exceeded my wildest expectations. And Fred was the perfect foil for me as comic actor. And Richard, he's one of the greatest directors that I've ever met. And he can be critical, he can be passionate, but he's so hard. And so when you have a company like that, it's really easy to fall into something that I never thought I would do since middle school. It wasn't part of my game plan. But I mean, I saw you guys live. We hit it off, Nick, and then but yeah, it was really a one-shot thing in my head, and then you kept asking me, and I kept getting to know your marvelous, diverse company of directors, writers, actors, stagehands, your wife. Oh my God, I love acting with your wife. I did it in my first play, and so it felt very much like a homecoming. And so until you quit texting me or calling me or emailing me, yeah, you're kind of stuck with me. So it was a remarkable surprise for me. I'm so happy I got to be involved with you guys.
Oh my God, Keith. Well, you're a revelation, man. I'm telling you, you really are. And you are showing quite a bit of range. I mean, for the record, the last play that we did, Enrique wrote it and Richard directed it. And it was a tough play for you, but you nailed it. And you nailed this one. So
it stretched me to the edge of my sanity. And so much so that I had to take the next week off. And so tomorrow I'm going to be like, guys, rehearsal time. Come on, let's go. And they're like, dude, we just did it 12 hours ago. We're off the clock. And I'm like, but I missed you guys so much. Over again. So yeah, when you have a company like that, and I'm sure other companies can attach to this, it's all about character and evolving relationships. cultivating relationships, and these are my brothers. I was really concerned when it was Women History Month, and I was in a play called MENded, but I read the and I was on the floor laughing and crying. I just couldn't help myself. And so, yeah, it was a fantastic experience.
Well, it was a fantastic experience for all of us. And I want to thank you guys. So listen, I just want to say thank you so much to Keith and to Fred and to Enrique. And I'm going to let you guys take some rest because we're going to have another show in about 15 minutes. So just thank you for all of your incredible talent. You are amazing. And this was a great gift for Sunday night. Fun day Sunday. It's a great night.
Thank you, Nick.
You. So rest. So yeah, you can go backstage, get rest, and I'll have a chance to talk to Cate and to Richard for one second here. Cate, the thing that I found so fascinating in this, this just makes my whole argument. You created these characters, and yes, you may have sort of started from what you might consider to be like a guy stereotype, but you created 3 characters that had such depth in such a short period of time. Short plays. It was all there, and that's what I am so. That's what I'm always so amazed by your ability to, when I see that happen, and it is not easy. I know that writing a short form is not the easiest thing, but the fact that you created these 3 characters that really cared, that you cared about, they weren't just a type.
Mhm.
You've been writing for. Tell me about how long you've been writing and like what you generally like. What do you generally like to write? Like, do you tend to write more comic or serious?
Yeah, I think I do tend to write. I mean, if I'm not writing a comedy, anything that I write always has kind of a comic sensibility because there's just so much absurdity in life. You can't avoid it and shouldn't avoid it. And it might be one of the things that keep you sane anyway. So I had something on my phone once because I could never answer that question about what I write about, but what I like to write about, which is basically emotional complications of emotionally complex people, I guess. So just, everybody has a point of view, and to have different characters with different points of view who somehow love each other, being in one place and having to figure something out before they get out of that place. I find that fascinating. And I think that happens a million times a day in a way. So to just, recognize those small moments and those, human interactions and how, we all put this bluster on ourselves and, call thing, that's why I used all these euphemisms for a male friend, bro, and, just constantly, because it's just a facade. So I just like I said, trying to think of doing the most male thing that I could and what interested me about that, and just deep down how they all were very vulnerable people. And so I just thought that was an interesting thing to explore. And then of course you're limited by Zoom. I think this is the 2nd or 3rd Zoom play that I've done since the shutdown. And then that's a challenge. So to write your way around these challenges by embracing them rather than pretending they don't exist. So, and I mean, I think if I had more time to write it, it probably would have been shorter because it would have been tighter. So it's not necessarily, longer isn't better.
Not necessarily, that's true, but I just thought it was so enjoyable, and I love the fact that we're writing for this platform as opposed to trying to create. I think it takes by trying to do a play that was originally designed and created for the stage. you are automatically adding another huge challenge, because you're a stage play is already creating this. You have to suspend your disbelief. You walk into a room and you see a stage, and you have to suddenly say, okay, well, this is a living room, and it's 1870s, and these characters are in that period, and you do, right? But when you now have to say, okay, well, we're going to take that play and we're going to put it on Zoom, and they're all going to live in little boxes. And now we have to suspend our disbelief a bit further by saying, okay, well, this intimate scene where the two of them are supposedly, this man and this woman are supposed to be kissing each other on stage. It's like, forget it. You lost it, because you can't get past that. You can play little tricks, but it doesn't work, So, this worked. This works. And I love the fact that you're working with Richard. Richard, first of all, because Richard is the type of person he is. He is very sensitive and very warm, and absolutely picks up on how these three characters that you created really care about each other. And he also understands this whole concept from the very beginning of the difference between performing on Zoom and performing on stage. And there's
cinema. And cinema.
And cinema.
That's right. We are I'm directing for all those media at the same time. I'm directing for theater, for Zoom, and for cinema. There are some cinematic tricks that when I direct, I teach people to do. Keith and I went over this whole thing of going close to the camera and allowing that to frame him, and some of the other things. It's like, just like Fred said, that you become your own camera person.
Yeah.
And that's hard, but you cannot think cinematically either. So you can't think of being on stage in a theater. You can't think of being in a cinema. And certainly the way most of us use Zoom is for those awful office meetings, right? And those interminable sessions with it. So how do we make it interesting and fun? And that's a real challenge. But again, when you have Cate writing just like this, and then I have three, Nick, how could it was a dream team working with those three gentlemen. All my notes were strengthening and arcing and things like that. So it was really, really great. So.
It works. It just works. You cannot deny that what we have created is a piece of theater. It's its own thing. I mean, it's a hybrid. It's a hybrid of a lot of different things, but the hybrid creates something that is totally unique. And so I'm so grateful for that, and for the fact that, like, for example, Keith is in Arizona, 3 hours behind us, and we can work with people from all different parts of the world and connect everybody, break through the time barrier to create work together. That's amazing. So it definitely has a place, and I will say to you, you all definitely have a place if you want it, to be part of this work and to be part of any other future work. I mean, as a company, we've been around for 42 years, but we're trying to grow and stretch and create more work for everybody. That's our goal.
Yeah, I'd love to be part of that growth. It's very exciting. Yeah, very exciting.
Yeah, and I have some, I just feel so confident and happy when I see the positive spirit that everybody brings to this table. And when everyone comes in with that, it's come on, you've already won. You've already won.
Could not agree more. This is why we do it. If you're not having fun and really creating something that you feel strongly about, what's the point? So
yeah,
you better be having fun.
Yeah, I know, I certainly know, for me, it's just very, very, very gratifying, and I feel very, very honored and lucky to see to be able to work with all this wonderful talent and be able to share it. So thank you for
Same.
that.
Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity.
Well, we will talk a little bit more in the next intensive. We might have a few other discussions, and maybe I'll ask you guys a couple maybe more personal questions. I hope you'll be okay with that. But I just want to thank our incredible audience. Thank you guys so much for being a part of our fun day night. We had such a great time. Please, if you like what you saw, friend us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube. If you tell your friends, tell your families, tell everybody. If you really want to find out about us more, go to our website, tbtb.org. And if you really, really love us and you want to support us, you can click on the little donate button at the top of the page, and we would absolutely be very honored, humbled, and grateful for that as well. No pressure, just putting it out there. We're going to be starting another show in a few minutes on Facebook. So if you really like this one, you get to see it again. Come on, twice in one night. You will go to bed happy. You'll wake up tomorrow morning, and you'll start the morning the day with a fresh, really happy outlook. Tomorrow we have a really powerful show, you guys. We had a lot of great light comedy, but tomorrow's show is going to have some a little bit more weight and resonance. Perfect for a Monday night, by the way. The play was written by another brilliant playwright, Chris Phillips. The play is called We Can't Sleep, directed by the amazing Kristen Heckler and another brilliant cast, Melanie Porci, Jaleesa Graham, Shravan Amin, and Bree Klauser. So we hope you'll tune in, 7:30 here, 8:30 on Facebook. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you again. Have a great night. Be safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye-bye.